Bonjour, and for today I have a special video in the way of I didn't want to make a process video for my Inktober since I already did this, but you will see that a lot in this video. But in the same time I want to talk about my plans and projects for the end of the year and the beginning of next year, because I'm already thinking about that and there is a lot to say. And I also want to talk about a little bit about my enamel pins and the Kickstarter that is already going on. I already have a lot of pledges, so I'm very happy. I don't know when this video will be out, but I'm sure the Kickstarter will still be rolling since it started so the 15th of October, and it will be on until the 14th of November, so don't miss out. I will put a link in the description below. So I hope you enjoy this video that may be longer than usual. Okay, so first let's still talk a little bit about Inktober, because it's what's going on right now, and since I'm going to show you the process of at least, I think, 3 drawings, 3 Inktober, so we're gonna talk about this a little. So as you may know, I choose to ink with a dip pen for all my Inktober's, and I do my sketches on the computer. That's why you see here a printed file and me putting it behind my actual paper, securing it very nicely, and then with the light table I'm just going to ink everything. I found it was a pretty kind of fast way of doing it, and a process I actually enjoyed. So this one was for the prompt of the 11th of October, which was snow, and you can see my test for the enamel pins right now to see the size, but I think I'm gonna prepare a video just for the enamel pin. I have a little bit of footage of the preparation of the files, and I also want to film the reception of the first pins and everything, so I guess I will do a separate video. And I won't show you any of the process right now. It's just that I have some paper lying around of test of size and color and everything. So go see my Kickstarter, yay! So this, I was talking about this Inktober, which is Snow. It's about Mathilde de Toscane, one of the medieval ladies I wanted to picture in my Inktober. I just noticed that as I do my Inktober, I feel like there is less and less ladies and more other stuff, but I have a lot of things in my mind right now, and I wanted to talk a bit about it today. Inktober is not coming to an end yet, but I think at the moment when I talk, we are the 18th of October. There is only roughly 10 days left, so it's not a lot, and I'm already thinking what I will do after that, and I'm thinking through my project and what to do with my life. Well, I do know what to do with my life, but there is something that I want to do that I think there is something that I want to do that I think I need to focus on. For example, I don't know if you know, but I've always done comic ever since I was in high school, and even earlier than that I found some old comics from when I was 8 or 10. I did comics about ponies and horse, and because it's what I was drawing at the time. And when I was in high school, I started making comics a lot, to a point where I did more comics than work for school, which was very bad. But I ended up graduating high school mildly successfully, and above all, thanks to comics, I improved my art a lot, which allowed me to enter an art school. It was very cool. And also, one of the comics I was doing in high school, I did it with a friend whom we worked together on the script and the scenario, and we actually printed 3 books with that comic. And I've started publishing it on Webtoon and Tapas starting last April, and it's still going because there is a lot of pages, and I really want to share this comic. I know it's kind of old, the style is very dated, and I can draw a lot better now, but I still wanted to share this comic, so I will put a link in the description below to show you this comic if ever you want to read it. I think there is 25 or 26 chapters available to read, so it's quite a long read already. Okay, I'm going to interrupt myself a little to talk about what we have right now on screen. So it's the second Inktober I wanted to share with you. It's for the 13th of October, it's Ash, and it's supposed to be Joan of Arc waiting for her punishment, anyway, waiting for the fire. So that's why I chose this day. It's very uncool of me to have put her in this position, but I didn't exactly did it, history did it, and I didn't really wanted to draw her in flames. Yeah, I felt it was highly inappropriate for what I wanted to do, but I still wanted to show her very sad, and that's how it ended up. I had a lot of struggles with that drawing. Even the sketch, as you can see, I had trouble with the volume of her head, of many things, and I'm still not entirely happy about how it turned out, but hey, it exists. So yeah, comics. So comics are what made me believe I could have a work that was also a passion, and comic was it. So it's what I want to do for the next months and the next years, if I can, is develop more comics and do more comics. I've collaborated with Tabulate Comics, which is a small group from Canada, and we've made a few books already, and I've done a few things for them, like short comics and illustration, and it's very cool, and I really love it. And I'm sure some other things will happen like that, but I mostly want to develop my own stories, and that's why I want to launch again Radiant. Some of you may know that 2 years ago, I believe, I started publishing a comic called Radiant, and it's very different from Daydream, the comic from high school that I talked about you earlier and didn't give you the name. The name of that high school comic was Daydream, and Radiant, this comic I started 2 years ago, is very different. First of all, I wrote the scenario myself, and it's very very close to my heart. It means a lot. I actually started this comic because I couldn't hold it in anymore. In a way, this story has been around for a very long time, and I really wanted to take it out. So 2 years ago, I published it for the first time, and I got very good feedbacks. But I had to stop because life happened. I had to find clients to eat and to have money, and comics doesn't allow you to have money that fast. And so I had to stop. But as I said, Radiant is a story very close to my heart, and I have to get it out. So I am back to it, and I have worked on pages. I'm still working on pages right now. I really want to have a lot of pages in advance before I can publish it. And it's what I am doing these days, aside from my client work, because I'm still having client work. I still need that money. So Radiant is in preparation, and if you go on my website, you can actually go read the first chapters for free. And if you go on my Patreon, there is even more chapters available. So if you're very curious about my upcoming comic Radiant, I would really advise you to go there and see what I've prepared. And I'm very proud of that comic. It's full color, and I like the style, and overall I love the mood of that comic. It's a very special comic for me. But Radiant won't be forever, and it's not a very long comic actually. It's not a very long comic, I mean. I believe there will be around 30-35 comic chapters, bite-size, that go on Webtoon, and I've already drawn 14 of them. I think when it came out the first time in 2017 or 8. Anyway, I went up to chapter 13, so I've started working on the new pages, and the new pages will, of course, have changed a little since I've improved my drawing in the last 2 years, but I'm really happy about it. I've been a little sad that the drawing of Radiant didn't exactly reflect my level at the time, because I didn't want to put too much time on that comic, but actually I think I won't. So now that's the plan. That's the plan I have, and the comic is out on the 4th of October. Hey, look at it. I just finished Joan of Arc. I like to put the date at the back. I think it's quite funny. I bought this little stamp just for it. Okay, how do you like it? So yeah, comics. Comics is my plan for 2020 and 2021, and the one after that. I have... Actually, the reason why I want Radiant to be out is first because I've been wanting that for many years, but also because I'm starting to have other stories that I want to bring to life. So if one is out, I can take care of the other one and the next one. And maybe it's also why I want Daydream to be out. It's because I can put an end to these projects that have been around for, I don't know, over 10 years? Oh yeah, way over 10 years for Daydream. It's a very old project. I'm so old. Where was I? Okay, comics, yeah. So I guess it's my plan for the future. Is to do more comics. So I really hope I can share with you some of it in here. Look at me printing my new Inktober. This Inktober was for the 12th Day Dragon. And I did Shiro and Haru from what, I don't know the name in English, but you will have guessed, I think. It's a very famous movie. So yeah, comics. I'm sorry, I'm so not used to talk so much in my videos, but I think I wanted to explain a little bit more what I want to do with my artistic life. And so the number one is comic, as you might have guessed, and the other one is actually doing stuff like real life stuff. I mean, creating pins, enamel pins, for example, is a very good. Creating enamel pin is one of my goals because I love to have actual products in my hands. That's why I like watercolor, ink, and traditional art. So doing real products is really one of my goals as well for the future. I feel like I'm doing my New Year resolution mid-October this year, but it's not too early, or maybe late, but not too early anyway. So I hope to create the pins. I've actually already ordered the first batch of pins, even if the Kickstarter is not ended, because I really want to see the quality of the pins before the end of the Kickstarter, so I know that what I did is a good idea. So really go check out my Kickstarter, please. I promise my pins will be nice. Well, I will know that in a few weeks, I guess. In a few days, I don't know. A few days, I think I will know that. But yeah, and after the pins, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm hoping for books because I love doing books. And it's part of the project that goes with comics, is creating books and having them in my library. So that's kind of cool. Oh, and there is also another thing I want to do that I will try experiencing starting December, is going back to doing convention and holding an actual real shop and meeting real people in convention because so when I did my first comic Daydream, my friend and I went on a small convention and we sold the comic book like that, so it's really something I liked and I want to do again. And actually I'm going to a convention at the beginning of December, and I will talk about it more for sure. I promise I will. I'm even planning to do a video if I can, so we'll see. Lots of plan, isn't it? I hope you didn't mind me rambling and talking like that. I'm very not used to it and my French is coming through. I feel like I haven't talked this much in English in a very long time. So thank you for reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked the video. Give a comment, a like, and anything. Tell me about your project, whatever you like. Thanks again for watching. Bye.